I just want to point out something that no one else is pointing out. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, abuse case, is a men's rights issue. It has greater implications. And how you know it? Because the feminist trash, publication, The Guardian, admits it. What they are fighting for is women's rights to abuse men. That's what this is. Amber Heard is 100% guilty. Everyone can tell she's a liar. Johnny Depp is 100% innocent, 100%. And they are now fighting for this woman's right to destroy him. And they recognize it might have finally do some damage to this criminal act of Me Too. Me Too is over if we don't listen to imperfect victims like Amber Heard. Imperfect victim just means she's guilty. She's not a victim. They're trying to reframe it. She is guilty. The court case is going to hit. Let's face it, at this point, everyone knows it's going in the favor of Johnny Depp. He's going to be proven to be innocent. This woman's going to prove to be guilty. And so what they recognize what's happening, and what angers me is that all the men that talk about this situation will never mention this, will never admit to this. That's the problem with this. Now, I won't bother reading much of this gaslighting article because it's just a gaslighting article. These feminists are in control of media, and they're circling the wagons to try and change the narrative, which is another reason why this is a men's rights issue. Men have to start fighting for publications that are not male hating. Now, look, for these, Me Too struck many men and women as deeply unfair. It's not unfair, it's unjust. It is merely an attempt to correct a bias that still exists. See, it's just one long gaslighting. You see that? In here, as you can see, they try and spin it. Every sexist trope ever used to humiliate, discredit female accusers is deployed against her at vast scale. Reenacting her testimony of rape and abuse has become a game on TikTok. She's been mocked on Saturday Night Live and by Chris Rock. Believe all women except Amber Heard and NSYNC's Lance Bass. Yeah, exactly. People are mocking her because they can see that she is a criminal and she's an abuser. That's why they mock her. Heard's tormentors, many of them are young women, do not seem to see themselves as anti-feminists. They don't. They believe women, of course, just not this one. Now, this is the only truthful thing that this article has said. I agree with The Guardian. These women aren't anti-feminist. They were nowhere and are nowhere when the average guy is getting zapped by this criminal organization, this criminal act of Me Too. They only care because they're Johnny Depp fans. He's a high status man whom they love. Otherwise, women wouldn't care, right? So they are right about that. And they're not anti-feminist. But people by right should be anti-feminist, just as they are anti-white nationalists or any other hate movement. And of course, to repeat it, it's not they who are damaging Me Too. It is Heard by virtue of being an imperfect victim. Again, they're trying to use these weasel words. They're trying to reframe, I should call it reframing words. She's not an imperfect victim. She is guilty. She's damaging their bullshit narrative that all women are innocent angels, because she's not. Now, I'm also showing you, this is The Guardian, of course, but it also includes Vox articles. Why the Depp Heard trial is so much worse than you realize. They're pro abuser and a con against the victim. Same with, of course, Vogue. Why it's time to believe Amber Heard. Why is it time to believe her? Because they want women to have the right to abuse men freely. That's why it is time. There's no reason to point even reading a bullshit article like this either. And this is why it's, again, why it's a men's issue as well. Men have to struggle to kick feminism out of media. They've got to kick them out of media. They got to kick feminism out of the education system, and they've got to kick feminism out of the judicial system. Men need to react and work together en masse for this reason. This is what has to happen. Oh, by the way, this is a little bit of good news. You know how they had the Amazon t-shirt, boys are stupid, throw rocks at them. Well, they're getting a little taste of their own medicine. They have a Johnny Depp t-shirt bashing his ex-wife. And the emblazoned with the logo celebrating a phrase for $22 with mugs and face masks selling for $15 each. Kids t-shirts sell for the same price as adults t-shirts. Good. They're even selling them to children, which is what they did against children. Amazon did. So this goes to show you that just how it's nice to see a little bit of fight back, but trust me, this is only for Johnny Depp. If you want it to mean something for the average guy has to fight. He's got to get, first of all, not only be aware of it, he's got to admit it. He's got to admit it to himself, then admit it to the world at large, then start doing something. I know you guys don't want to hear this, and that's why I'm losing subscribers. My subscriber count is going down because guys don't want to hear about responsibility. They just want to hear it'll be all right. It'll self-correct. But I'm telling you right now, this trial will not self-correct by itself. This is only a shoehorn. Men have to do the digging. There.